flying back from Spain. I had a terrible experience with the airline. Then I get to LAX. The car that I was supposed to pick me up wasn't there. Some kid in like his dad's car showed up and he was like, oh, trunk's full. I got no space for your bags. And I was like,
God.
I have all this stuff happens. Do I want to then be a dick during it all? Or do I want to consistently be myself?
It's so sweet of you. It's
How
so
have you been?
hard to choose. Every moment you have to choose to be your bigger self. Hi guys, I'm Jiaoying Summers. Welcome back to Tiger MILF podcast. Today is very special. I have this new friend, but we felt like we could be old friends when I met him. We met in Madrid. We both don't speak Spanish. I mean, I don't speak English either, but anyways, we became friends, and he is such an amazing, humble star. I watched his shows. I watched things that he was in to learn English. He's not old. He's gorgeous. He's still fucking sexy. Are you ready for the very amazing, the talented, the handsome Brian Austin Green?
Oh my God. What
Right?
an amazing, that was an amazing intro. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. I think
I am old. You're lying.
You
to
don't
the
look
people
old.
later.
How you look like you're in your late 30s. So.
No, I'm 50.
Well, something is working. You are eating something that's, we don't know what you're eating, but it helps.
Not
you
eating.
looking.
That's the key.
I think
Don't
so.
eat.
Don't eat is good because the monks in China, they say you can only be 30% full to stay healthy and good looking.
Really?
If you are full, you're gonna get ugly.
I'm doing a fast right now. So this natural doctor that we see was like, hey, so what are you like? How are you eating during the day? And I was like, honestly, I forget to eat.
Same
I'm the
here.
worst.
I
I'm the
forget to eat.
fucking worst until I'm hangry.
Yeah.
Until my fiance is like, eat something. What do you want? Like, you want eggs? Do you want, So I said to him, I was like, I don't really remember to eat until later on in the day. He was like, that's great. He said, that's intermittent fasting. It's actually really good for your body. So I eat now from 1 to 6.
I think it's good because like now humans, we are sitting around not doing much. When we were in the wild, we have to run for our lives and try to harvest food.
Absolutely.
And we don't even eat that much when we are running around all day
Right.
sweating. And now we're just sitting
and we
here.
eat small amounts too. They always talk about like berries and stuff. People eat like big things of fruit and berries. And it's like, no, people would find a blueberry bush and eat whatever blueberries were on it. And that was your blueberry intake for the day. So I think people now they're overdoing it.
I think so. People eat too much. Well, I have one friend. He's a very good friend. I love him so much, but he likes food too much. He's so smart, but he has a big belly that's really big. He looked like he's 10 months pregnant. And I sent him an article. I said, actually, the science found out that they have a cure for morning sickness. So I'm very, very happy for you. He's like, you are so mean. I'm like, I'm happy for you.
That's so great.
And then I said, you know what? You don't have to have dinner. Just have breakfast and lunch. And after lunch, no dinner, only grass, like vegetables. He's like, I'm going to be hungry. I said, your fat is going to last you for 6 months.
You'll be okay.
You won't die. The fat in there.
You'll be fine.
Think about
You're like a bear.
Yeah, the bear, or like in the desert, we have the camels. They have water in their back.
Totally.
And that's your food in your stomach. You won't die.
Right.
And
You'll last for a good month and a half.
Yes, I just feel so evil, so
reserves.
mean when I say that. But I just feel like when it comes to people who are obese, like I'm an alcoholic, I used to be, I'm recovered. I just don't think it's something shameful about it. We have a problem with food, with alcohol, with a lot of stuff that it's okay that we admit like I like to eat too much, like I like to drink too much.
I'm all for people that are like, that take pride in themselves, and they're like, oh, I'm bigger, but that's just kind of how I am, and that's all good to me. To me, ultimately, I just care that people are healthy.
Yes.
If you're healthy, I don't care what size you are. I don't care what shape it doesn't matter, as long as you're not gonna fucking pass away at 35 years old from high cholesterol and clogged arteries. And I think that's a very fine line. I know it's a touchy subject.
It's very touchy, especially like now celebrities are obsessed with being thin. They are taking Ozempics. My daughter is 3 and chubby. Where can I get them?
Ozempic? I think, can't you get Ozempic over the counter?
I think it's like a diabetic medication. It's actually, you can't get it over the counter. It's actually expensive. And rich people who are trying to look like a skanky hoe, they are buying too much Ozempics. The people who are actually diabetic, they are having problems getting it.
That's the new commercial. That's the new advertisement for Ozempic. Yeah. If you're a hoe, you should take Ozempic.
Yes, if you don't care about the diabetic people, you just take it. And yeah, I just, how skinny can you be? I have a person who is not a friend. I just know her from a mutual friend. She's a gorgeous lady in her 50s. Mm-hmm. She's smaller than me. And she has Ozempics in her freezer. She's like, I want to stay in shape. I'm like, you should save money for a hip. Like, you are 52. Like,
you should just fucking eat better and like be active. And I think something like Ozempic is, I wouldn't do it, but no judgment on it. To me, any of those things, you do them until you get to the size that you want to be, and then fucking figure out how to live without those things and maintain it. Like that's, yeah.
I think
some people just fucking do it indefinitely though. They're like, oh, I'm just going to do this until
because it's an easy way out. I think so, because the help with drug. I want to tell you, as of today, I am 7 months sober.
Are you really?
Yeah, 7 months.
Yay!
Yeah. So it really.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Brian.
That's amazing.
Thank you. I just feel like I can really be open with you, because when you were in Madrid, everybody was so impressed about how professional and nice you were. Because I remember after one thing, it went very late. You already finished. You already finished the coverage on you, and you stayed and read with the actors after your coverage, and you are a star. It was just like, everybody's like, oh my God, he's so kind and sweet. So first of all,
you and I jumped into the weeds of life like really quick. Mm-hmm. I remember that, like right away it was like, let's talk about demons and things in the, in your past. And like we jumped right into all of that stuff. So we connected really fast.
Oh, the little green room was smaller than the toilet. I mean, over there, it was
right.
So small.
I didn't even find the green room for like the first 4 days. I realized, because you kept going in and out of a room when we were in the warehouse, and I was like, where the fuck is she going?
She's going to.
And then I went in there and I was like, this is actually really nice. There's like a couch and a little table with snacks and stuff.
Yeah. I can't believe you can find it. You are so.
I didn't know it. No, I was just sitting like in the makeup chair. It's like, all right. Yeah, fuck. Madrid was crazy. Madrid was insane.
Yeah, it was. My phone wasn't my 5G wasn't working as well.
Oh no!
So I couldn't Uber because I don't want to not be able to come out.
Didn't work for anything. Like I mean, fucking text somebody and it would take like 2 hours for it to actually go through. It was crazy.
I was very, very afraid to go to downtown where my phone don't work. I mean, I'm 33, but I'm still, rapeable. So I'm just like concerned about my safety.
You're still what?
Rapeable. Like you would like want to rape me.
Okay.
And I don't have any weapons.
Rapeable.
To protect myself.
So it's a rapey city. No.
It's
not a rapey city.
It's a nice city, but like if I don't have my phone.
You're still rapeable.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if somebody who is not wearing the glasses, they're like, okay, that's hot. They're like, oh, yeah, but wow, it's already here. Can you imagine? That's so dark. Like some like ugly criminal capture me, and then they see me. They're like,
see, that's that we should have made that movie.
They put on their glasses. They're looking in. They're like, oh
my God,
not.
Yeah, no, you're not who I meant to.
No,
to kidnap?
That's not
I'm
Lucy
just gonna
Liu.
drop you off at the corner. They have really good food.
Yeah, that's Lucy Liu. That's not Lucy Liu. Like that is not what I want. Get out. Just
Lucy Liu.
Yeah, make me do my nails before we leave.
Have you met her before?
I've never met her. I always loved her.
She's amazing.
You guys work together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a movie with her years ago with Tony Scott.
Oh, nice. I love her. I just love how amazing she is, talented, kind, and she's always in her power. And that's really difficult for an Asian woman in
I know from
Hollywood.
People that have spent a good amount of time with her. I saw her kind of in passing because we weren't in any scenes together. But from what I've heard, like she's very, very confident in who she is. Like she does not hold back or anything. She's not concerned about what other people think. But she's incredibly kind. She's incredibly like giving and a beautiful human being to be around. But she's really confident, which some people don't fucking take well. You know.
Right? I know. Yeah, people hate me because I'm too confident. They're like, you like yourself too much.
Right.
I'm like,
right. Wait a minute. You like yourself? Yeah, we don't like you.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like myself too much. If I let myself go, I'll be Bobby Lee. Like, I'll stop shaving. I like myself just enough. If I like I don't want to love myself too much. I feel like if I do that, I'll just be like, I can gain 20 pounds. Let's start drinking again because I love myself. I love who I am.
Right.
I like, let me fuck 20 guys in a day. And then I probably get in trouble because my eyes are tiny.
Because you're fucking
maybe
20
they're
guys
underage.
In a day.
Maybe they're
you
never know. Maybe they're underage. Maybe they're like
to a sex addiction.
Maybe they are 15.
Maybe they're 15.
I have small eyes. I wouldn't be able to tell. And next thing you know,
right.
I go to jail.
You have glasses, don't you?
I got my LASIK surgery, so I can see. But I just feel like I don't want to be racist,
vision.
but like I don't think I can see around me. I talked to Adam Carolla. I don't think I can see here. Is that because I'm Asian?
Periphery?
No, I can't. I just feel like I'm
No.
the camel who like blocked my eye. The only thing I do is work. Like, I just
You're making that up.
I'm not. I can't. I can barely see the fluffy thing over there. I can barely see it.
Well, it's behind you. Of course, you can barely see it.
But I know it was there though, so I'm very afraid. Is this?
You're like, I can't read the sign that's behind me. It's like, of course not. It's fucking behind you.
You don't have eyes in the back. I saw Americans have that.
No.
Like the 8 nations of the West invaded China in Qing Dynasty. We call them the white ghosts.
Why?
Demon. Because it's like because you've never seen a white person, and when you see them and they came to invade your country, you just think they are the demons.
Plus, they could see things way
with
out
green
here.
eyes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny, I think, people being ignorant because they never seen other culture. They never seen other country. People who are like rude and stupid when they don't have a passport. They hate everybody. When people don't ever have a passport,
Americans that don't travel, they don't travel within the U.S., let alone outside of the U.S. I feel so terrible for people because it's so important to see other cultures and experience other people. Yes. To realize like what your fucking world is like, and that it's not people for some reason they're so narrow-minded and they have this stance of like the world is so small and just what's immediately around me is what's important, and it's like there's fucking so much.
Yeah, there's
so much out there. It's crazy.
Because people don't have compassion. They are not educated. And that's the reason why there's so much hate.
But why would they be? They haven't been anywhere else.
Yeah, so much hate.
Some people haven't been outside of the small town that they live in. They haven't even driven to the next state over.
Yes.
And in the U.S., you don't need a passport to go from Los Angeles to New York.
Yeah.
You can travel anywhere within the
It's so much. It's just so great you can do that, because in China, if you are from Henan province, my province, if I go to Beijing, I take my children to Beijing, they can't go to school because you have to have hukou. It's like you have to move your, I don't know, like your family ID from this place to that place. Mm-hmm. You have to buy a house. You have to get your job to apply that for you.
So you have to show residency.
Yeah. You need a residency in order for them to go to school there. So that's just so difficult for people to migrate.
You don't need a different passport though to travel there.
No. You can live there, but you can't legally have your children to get the same education, medical care, unless you have the residency there, which is going to require you have to be very great at your job. They would apply that for you. It's so hard.
Like with healthcare and stuff though, it's much more of like a universal healthcare kind of system there, right? Like you pay in with taxes, and then the healthcare is
I think is kind of better than in America.
Pretty much. Our healthcare here is fucking terrible.
I really feel so sad because maybe the way I grew up, when I see our homeless problem, I think, why do we spend so much money and energy doing other things that outside of America than just helping the education, like the mental health, the healthcare, and the homeless people?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I just don't understand, because U.S. owns so much money to China. Like we When Biden's like, whoa, where are United States of America? It's $20 billion. I'm like, are you kidding me? You don't have that much money.
Oh yeah, no.
The people need the money.
If China ever like said pay up now, we'd be fucked.
Yeah.
I think there's so much issue in our country because of political parties and the Constitution that we have, and it's so misread, and so misunderstood in so many ways, and it's open for interpretation, much like some say the Bible is. Like it's very loosely written, and it's you dig through in a lot of things, and they're not very specific words, or there's not specific wording of certain things.
Yes, I watched House of Cards. There's so much loopholes you can.
Oh, there's so many fucking loopholes. Yes. It's crazy. And the problem is you see like gun safety, and you see these mass shootings and all these things, and there's so many people that are for the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms, and it's like, but then they're also pro-life. It's like, well, you can't, if you're pro-life, be pro-life for all life. So then figure out what fucking guns, what arms are not helping society, and get rid of them to keep people safe. But if that's not done, it's like right now, Second Amendment is a huge like battleground issue. Pro-life is another one. And it's like, you can't be on both sides. You can't say I'm pro-life, but also pro-Second Amendment. And I don't want to put anything in place to protect people from, but then I'm going to protect all fetuses before they're born. It's a weird, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, pro-life is, are you pro-fetus or are you pro-life?
I think they wanted to control women's body. They want babies to be safe before they were born, and then they can.
But then what happens once they're born, though? They're like, "Hey, fuck, good luck, little guy."
Then you can shoot them later in school.
You can fucking shoot them.
Yeah, in school, because I just feel like when you are out of a woman's vagina, you know, if you are not going back there, then just get out of there.
I don't think, it's not your business. It's like toothpaste. You can't put it back in the tube.
If you want to go back into the vagina, if you can go back, then you can talk about it, you can control it. But you are out. It's none of your business anymore. I'm a woman, and I just feel like people just need to leave women's uterus alone, because...
I think so. I think Dave Chappelle said it best. Like, if you have a penis, you need to shut the fuck up on this one.
Yes, and I just feel like I should be able to kill the kids until they are 15. If they don't do well, I should be able to choke them. But it's not legal here.
Well, understandably.
Yeah.
So I think, I think there are. That's a loophole that you're trying to create.
Yeah, it's just like, why not? Because I give you your life, and you are. It's like a dog, you know. There's kill shelter, there's no kill shelter. Like, if you are not good for society, why would I send you out and cause more damage? That's why I feel like it's, you know what? I feel whenever I see my kids being little shits, I just see my son come to me with little ice cream, and he just look at me with this beautiful smile. Then he lick my silk blouse, and then there's chocolate on it. Then I understand why people don't like me, because my son is a reflection of who I am. I may be a little shitty too. And then whenever people are being mean to me, I'll be like, they have, some things, I'm shitty like my son. So I don't feel bad.
That's terrible. You've lost your mind.
I just feel like, Winston, you are not going to come here and lick my silk blouse. He smiles and he does it. I'm just like, that's who I am.
Of course he is. Those are your kids.
Yeah,
your
that's
kids
who I am.
Do that stuff.
I look at them, I'm like, wow.
Your kids, they check you constantly. Like, as cool as you think you are, your kids come around, they go, no, you're not that cool.
Yeah, they make
You're still mom at the end of the day.
They challenge you.
So fucking chicken grease on the hands and ice cream on the mouth and the whole, like, I'll do all that shit.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can ultimately do about it other than, like, get pissed. But then,
the way they look at you is not a dog look, it's a cat look. They look at you like the cat. Like,
the baby now will do things. Like, if we tell him no to not touch something, he'll look at you and he'll slowly, like, reach for it.
Oh my God. He's a cat. That's a cat thing.
Well, it's a baby thing also.
It's a baby thing. They're just like, no, I can do whatever I want. Look at that face. Yeah, you can't say no to this face. Yeah, they are that cute, so they can do stupid things.
So fucking cute.
Yeah, that's why they are so cute.
I
imagine they're ugly. You wouldn't be able to put up with them if they are like.
That's why puppies are cute. That's why kittens are cute. That's why baby animals are cute, and that's why babies are cute because otherwise they wouldn't get away with the shit that they get away with.
Yes, babies are so much work.
If an adult cat or adult dog did what a puppy does or a kitten, you'd be like, get the fuck out of my house.
Yes, I would send him to the farm. Yeah. I have a dog. His name is Panda. My mom still have problem.
His name is what?
Panda.
Panda.
My mom
like
still have
bear.
problem. Panda bear. Like he's black and white. He's a little Yorkie with this weird color.
Okay.
My mom's like, it's a dog. It's not a he. Whenever it's like, where's Panda? Where's he? My mom's look at me. She goes, do you just think he's like a boy or something?
But he's a male dog.
Yeah, male dog. But she just like, no, it's a object. No. She's such a crazy Nazi Asian mom, and she would just do crazy things. And my neighbor's dog ran out, and nobody can catch it. It's a huge dog. She just grab the dog by the neck, like this,
and carries it.
Yeah, just only by the neck. The dog is like this.
All right, totally. Yeah.
And the neighbor's like, oh.
She's like an alligator.
Yeah, she didn't care.
It got out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was running down the street.
Yeah, it was running.
Here, I brought it back to you.
I didn't have a gun, so I couldn't shoot it. But, but I brought it back so you can beat it to death. But can I have the skin? Because the fur is good.
Right, because the fur is really soft.
It's soft.
And it's cold this week.
Yeah. She wouldn't.
I read the weather forecast. El Nino's coming.
Yeah, she doesn't really.
I could use a good dog skin coat.
Yeah. How's your mom?
My mom? Amazing.
So your mom is always like the classic loving American mom. Has she always encouraged you?
Yes. So my mom is amazing, but my mom and I went through shit when I was younger and she was younger because she's stressed. I mean, she married my dad. She had 2 kids already. I was born. She had 3 kids. My dad was gone a lot playing music. He's a drummer. So she was raising 3 kids and it's fucking stressful.
That's a lot of work. I have 2 kids and I have the full-time help with my mom. I still
and it's a lot
barely
of work
functions.
Still.
So much work.
And then you're always questioning too, that thing of like, I'm trying really hard, but God, am I making the right decisions for them to still be healthy individuals? Like I can't be around all the time and that's fine. I think that's a good lesson for kids to learn that like people have their lives and they have their things to do and they have work and they're not going to be able to be around all the time. But then sometimes you question like, God, when I am around, is it quality time? Like, am I really making the best choices for my kids? Parenting is hard.
It's the hardest thing. I try to avoid what happened to me whenever I actually, before I speak, I think about it.
That's good though.
That also what really helped me to get sober is I've never seen my father sober. He's drunk my whole life.
That's amazing.
I don't really remember anything time he's sober. Sometimes he can be sober. I'll do my homework next to him, but then he got drunk. So I'm not trying to be like victim
How
here.
old were you when you started drinking?
I have my first taste of alcohol when I was like 10 years old, but I don't drink a lot. It's just social drinking whenever there's adults, because in China, there's no legal age to drink.
There's no drinking age.
So I wasn't curious about alcohol and I just drink it. And I actually realized that at a young age, I had really high tolerance. I had two beer and I peed in the bed, and my grandpa was proud. He was cleaning the sheet. He's like, oh, she can drink 2 beer. She can drink it down all the little boys. So I just didn't understand it.
Wow.
It was a bad thing.
So you got praise for
yes.
drinking.
And then my father was always drinking. I didn't drink a lot until I came to college in America. That's when I started to drink and get drunk. But the problem is that I have a high tolerance. So I drink a lot. It's very bad for my health. But I think it's a good thing. It's cool after we went to 5 bars, I can still drive all the drunk hoes home. When I was I thought when I was hammered, but I can still, I'm not gonna get on.
Cover one eye.
Yeah, I can still walk, take care of everybody because I just can drink more. It's because I'm an alcoholic. That's runs in my family. My father, my uncle is on a wheelchair from drinking. My father's brother. So
I got so lucky. Like I'm one of those people where if I do things, I do them like 1,000%. Like when I smoked cigarettes, I ate cigarettes. Like I would just fucking smoke them nonstop. Like one would be out and I'd be putting it out and it'd be like, fuck, I need another one. Like I got to keep this going. But I don't have an addictive personality. So like I one day just decided I don't really want to smoke anymore and just stopped.
Oh my God.
Never did drugs when I was a kid. Smoked weed. I'll still smoke weed every once in a while. I'll still like have a drink every once in a while. Have fun if people are over, you know, it's a party. But I think I understand the disease side of it. Like people think diseases are, it's just a physical thing within your body, but it's in your fucking mind. And it's not, you don't realize that it's a disease and that you're fucking living in it until somebody else, in a lot of cases, points it out, which is why they'll sit down with people and they'll have an intervention and they'll go, hey, we're concerned about you and we want to talk about it, because people don't realize sometimes.
Yeah.
The brain is a crazy, really strong, powerful thing. And I never thought about brain health at all when I was a kid. No reason to. You don't see your brain.
Yeah, but you have such a successful career when you were young. You just very early on. You just you are handsome. You are successful. You are making so much money. All the girls want your attention. It's hard for you to not get high from your life itself.
Right. My parents were really, really good at instilling morals in me. Sometimes to a fault where I definitely had to work when I was older on not being so much of a people pleaser, because it's easy to lose yourself. It's easy to, you make everyone else's lives and things way more important than yours. And then it kind of makes you a bit passive aggressive and angry sometimes. It's like you begrudgingly do things for people.
Yeah.
And then it's like, why? This sucks. Like I want to do this. I want to actually be happy helping somebody and doing things and not feel like I have to help no matter what.
Yes.
Otherwise I'm a shitty person.
Yes. Yeah. You are like morally kidnapped by being the good person, being the good person.
Oh yeah. And a lot of people are that way.
In Chinese, we have a saying, say 老好人, the old good person. Old good person is not the age. It's like all being too good and people hate you for it because they when you don't respect your boundaries, when you help them, they don't do the same to return it. They expect you help them again, but you give them more than they deserve, and they end up hating you because they want even more, and you can't give to them, and they end up hating you. They hate you so much that they stop talking shit about you, and they cut you off their life.
I used to think when I was younger that was a mistake in relationships that I would make. Like I'd want to give them the world early on, and then that's what they expect, somebody that you're with. And then when you're like, well, I can't sustain this on a daily basis. It's like, but this is who you showed me you were.
Yeah.
And that's who I really fell in love with, this person that was so giving and was so kind and was so thoughtful. It's a weird finding those boundaries in life and like realizing what you're good at and what you're not good at, and realizing that it's okay to say no sometimes. It's learned.
All the hard things we do in school, we have to get in good grade, we have to do this and that. It's not important as your mental health, like learning yourself, respecting, loving yourself. We never learned that. I never learned that. I have to learn the hard way. I give everything I have to my ex-husband, my life, my everything. And he just wants to control me, and I feel like I'm not good enough. I need to not work, but I realize I fight with myself. I want to work, and then we end up I have to leave at all cost. Sometimes, like if we can maintain a marriage, whenever there's kids involved, we'll do whatever it takes, every effort it can be done to maintain it. When a marriage is broken, it has to be. The children, they understand that, and it's I did that because I know my parents should get divorced. They fight every day in front of us, throwing stuff around us. I walk to the bathroom in a midnight with my feet cut open because my mom broke glasses all over the floor, and I have glass all over my feet. My mom is screaming. She's angry. She won't take me to the hospital.
Because you're getting blood all over the floor.
Yes, my dad is drunk, so my mom is angry at him. So she couldn't function mentally. She's just too broke to be able to take care of me because she worked full time to take care of 3 children. He never worked. So she's exhausted from working. And then she had to come home to him being drunk. And I try to do whatever I can to avoid that kind of life for my children. So I didn't stay in my marriage and I got sober.
It's so hard. That's so commendable that you did, because that's hard. That's a hard cycle to break. Like I think you think in your mind, like, I don't want to do what my parents did, but if it's all you saw when you were a kid, it's an easy thing to go to. That's an easy thing to fall back on.
You know how to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I know how this works. I saw this my whole life. I can do this.
Yeah.
But then it's realizing like, okay, this isn't healthy. And I know that. So it's just being willing to learn new things and be open to hearing criticisms and things and really looking at yourself. I always tell people, like, working on themselves, it sucks. It's fucking hard. I do it constantly and try and, like you said, like live really, be aware of everything that is happening around me and like really choose, like take the time to make choices that I feel good about and live consciously. But that's hard because there are certain times where it's like, if you're just feeling some shit in the moment, it's like, fuck, I don't want to live consciously. I don't want to fucking, go to therapy or meditate or do like, I just want to fucking yell and scream for a minute. Yeah. I just want to feel like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And then to realize like, that's not, if you're hurting other people with that, it's not fucking healthy. And that's not, who do you want to be? If that's honestly, to me, that's the only control in life that I have, is who I choose to be. All the rest of the shit, flying back from Spain when we were working, I had a terrible experience with the airline, with the flight. My flight was fucked. Then I get to LAX. The car that I was supposed to pick me up wasn't there. Some kid in like his dad's car showed up and he was like, "Oh, trunk's full. I got no space for your bags." And I was like, God. I have 3 big, all this stuff happens. Do I want to then be a dick during it all? Or do I want to consistently be myself and sit with him and sit in the passenger seat of the car and go, "Dude, so tell me about yourself. Like, tell me about your day."
It's so sweet of you. It's so hard to choose. Every moment you have to choose to be your bigger self, because we, sometimes people don't understand what we're going through. They just negatively impacted by us. Mm-hmm. I have to do this with my mom in order to be able to live with her in the same house. It's so difficult. But I realize that whenever she says something that's, because she's hurt, she's just like, "You are a selfish person. That's who you are. You are selfish, and that's why your husband's left. That's who you are, and you should be ashamed of yourself." She'll say that because she feel better. When I was younger,
she'll
before
be
therapy,
venomous.
Yeah.
Spiteful.
When I was, very, very ugly. When I was younger, I would be like, "You are selfish. You can't say that to me." Blah, blah, blah. Now I'll be like, "I'm sorry you feel this way, but I don't think I'm selfish. And I did the best I can." He's like, "You're blind. You marry your husband because you're stupid." I said, "No, I fell in love with the wrong person. It happens to everybody. And I'm not going to take everything back." He's like, "You should take everything back." I said, "I can't. The kids are here. Should I choke them and kill them and just like go back to time?" No, I'm doing the best I can. And I'm sorry you feel that way, Mom. Like, that's just talk to me when you feel better. I avoid more fights because it's more painful if I go get angry at her. She's overwhelmed and I can't change her. She's
there's no fucking winning it. It's not like if you say something that shuts her up that you're then going to win it, because now she's mad and now you're mad. And now it's like, it's everybody just saying the most hurtful, venomous, spiteful things they can to win. But what do you win at the end? both of you are now pissed at each other. You've both said horrible things.
Yes. And you are.
So what do you fucking win?
Yeah.
It's, it's like you put a mark on your wall, but then you're sitting by yourself for a fucking week.
To the people who,
because nobody wants to talk to you.
Who's the closest to you? Like, this is the only person who's I can count on. And we say the most nasty things to each other. So now
I make a point in fights or arguments. I don't even call them fights. I call them arguments. Never say anything that will truly hurt the other person. Like you can forgive people for things, but you can't forget. And if you remember that, you don't want to say things that the other person can't forget.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they think, that even though you apologize, they think on some level like, God, Jolene thinks I'm ugly, or I'm a terrible fucking person, or I'm a bad picker of relationships, or whatever the fuck it is you say, I've heard all sorts of things through my life. And I remember at one point really making the decision of like, I could say things that are just as like painful for you to hear as the things that you're saying to me, but I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to hurt somebody on that level, because you can't ever
undo it.
Ever.
Yes. That's so true. You
can forgive all fucking day long. And I can forgive when somebody is like being just out of control and whatever, or passive aggressive or angry, and then they come to me an hour or two or a day later or whenever, and they go, hey, I'm really sorry, I was in a shitty mood yesterday. I can forgive that. That's fine. Everybody's human.
Yeah.
People go through that. You have your shitty days. It could be because you didn't fucking sleep well the night before. It could be because of whatever's going on with the planets or the stars. If you're into astrology, whatever the fuck it is. But you can't truly, when somebody says something that hurts you to the core, that is just a painful fucking thing for them to say, you can forgive it, but you can't ever forget that. And those comments just continue to add up until you finally get to the point where you're like, I just don't feel like you like me. Like you've said so many fucking hurtful things now up until this point that I don't believe when you say that you love me. Like, I don't believe that I'm your friend. I don't believe that you respect me. I don't. Because why would I? Listen to the things you say. You say terrible fucking things to me.
This Chinese saying, say 恶语伤人十年寒, is like when you say nasty.
Wait, can you say that slower for people that don't speak Chinese?
恶语, I think I remember it's like an idiom. 恶语伤人十年寒 is like when you say nasty, poisonous words to a person, it's a word it go by, but it's going to chill, frozen his soul for at least a decade. It really connect with what you said, is because when all those nasty poison things, somebody, when they were angry, they didn't really mean it when they said it, but when it add up, it's another reality that you can't deny anymore, because it's the word that came out from your mouth.
Yeah.
And it's consistent. Consistency is what really make you make decisions in life, with everything, with jobs, with a project, with work, with a friend, with people, loved ones, with everybody.
Being someone that people can fucking count on means the world to society. When you have people around you, whether you're really good friends with them or you're just kind of like good acquaintances with them, I make a point of always trying to be honor my word. If I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I do it. Even if I'm fucking incredibly busy and there's all sorts of shit and it's like, God, this week sucks. It's like, no, I said I would. My bad. If I was too busy, I shouldn't have said, I can do it next week. But that's my thing. Consistency with your kids too.
That built confidence more than anything else. They actually, I really think, I don't have a good father like what you are being to your children, but my mom tried to be consistent. It's so hard for her to be a good mom, but my father being not consistent really bring a lot of trauma for.
It's hard. I was just talking to somebody. Like, I give single parents a lot of credit because it's a hard job. Like, asking a woman to also take the place of a father and be a man is so unnatural, and it's not completely possible. You can be amazing on that side, and you can fill in as much for that empty space as possible, but you can't. Men and women, their fucking brains just work differently. Like, I know with my kids, I always have that thing in the back of my head of, I'm raising future men. So here's what a man should think or feel, or how a man should respond to these situations. And my fiance now is amazing, but she has a completely different. When she's with the boys, she's just like, she wants to cuddle them and nurture them and hold them and tell them how amazing they are. And it's amazing. It's so invaluable, but at the same time, it's not more valuable than what a man, what a healthy relationship with a father gives also. And so it's, for one parent to step up and try and do both jobs is, fuck. I so commend you for doing it. I can't imagine how difficult it is, and how, being a parent is fucking thankless. It's thankless. I have days constantly where I'm like, these kids, I do all of this shit for them, and they don't fucking care. As soon as I come through the door, they're like, hey, I sent you a text about the Robux that I won.
Oh my God, cars, robots, all the things. But I think when
I just came through the fucking door. Stop it. I just came through the door from a long day of work to make money to take care of you fucking guys. Like, come on now.
But I feel like when they leave you and they go to school, and when they are sitting by the door making a decision, and they make a healthier one. And that's the moment that is paying off. Because I just realized, when you talk to me, I realized that my mom, her father died when she was 7. So she grew up as a widow. And my father wasn't there. He was drunk the whole time. I'm seeing him laying on the couch drunk, naked. One of my classmates come into my house, and he's laying there half naked. That's kind of how drunk he is. And so he's not there. I think for my mom, she was very sad she didn't have a father. She was jealous of people who has father. And for me, I was very resentful. Like, my father was like that. So right now, my children don't have a father. And I think I'm really sad about it. And I'm really trying to do the best I can to give them that kind of love from a father. That sometimes I'm tough. Sometimes I would do things. I'll take him with me, go to work with me in Sacramento. We'll be in the car for 7 hours. And he would just like, hey, Mom, the car said you should drink coffee. You should take care of yourself. He always say, I want to grow up fast so I can protect you. And he said, I want to protect you. I said, why? Because you work too much by yourself. It's not safe. I want to grow up so fast. And then he would say, what should I do to grow up fast? He's almost 5. I say, eat a lot and read a lot of books. Then he said, I really want to play with the cars, but I want to grow up. So these are the books I need to read. So he read with me. And I feel like he really he didn't have a father, and he wants to protect me.
Right.
And they can sense it. They will say, when is daddy coming? I always say,
that's tough though.
He's busy.
Do you like excuse him from that burden as often as you can, and try and like really make him feel okay with just being 5? And like, he'll grow up when he grows up, and it will happen fast, but fuck, enjoy being 5.
Yes.
Like, enjoy not having responsibility and being able to just play with toys and watch I watch my kids now, and they're like, when do we get our games back? And it's like, they have no fucking responsibility.
No.
And literally I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I want to play games right now.
Toys.
I want to there's no like, and that is literally the most that they have on their plate. And when they go to school and they're asked to do work, they're like, oh, I had to do math today. And it's like, oh, and I remember those days, but now I look at it and it's like, oh, poor fucking thing. Like you had to do math.
Now we look at them like you are the luckiest little thing ever, you guys. You live,
I was having this conversation though with somebody, like last week. We were talking about school, and academics and everything. Because I'm not a super strict academic parent. I'm not like, you need all straight A's or you're going to be in fucking trouble, or, I don't want to see any C's no C's aren't okay. To me, my take is school creates work ethic. So it teaches kids how to work really fucking hard to get things. You take that into life. And then you take some of the things that you learn from school, whether it's like, you're in engineering, so you're using a lot of math, or you're using a lot of science, you're using the English language, all those different things. So you have those tidbits and those things that you remember, hopefully. I didn't remember a lot of them, honestly,
they
after
are
school.
not as important as we thought they were.
No.
They're really not. Like all the C students are running companies.
Absolutely.
All the A students are like struggling. And I have the most unhappy childhood. I'm always calculating, what should I say or do to not get beaten today? What should I say and do to get more attention? What should I say or do to get more people to like me? What should I say and do to make sure today my parents don't fight? I have the most unhappy childhood, and I have to be so good at school. So whenever my mom's super angry, I have something nice for her. That's like, I have straight A's. I got number 1 in this, so she can have a temporary smile for 2 seconds. I was such a tired child, and I just so much anxiety. And I know it's stupid for me as an Asian mom to say that, but like, I don't give a fuck how they do in school. But I want them to do the best they can.
Just try. That's all I fucking care. I say that to the kids all the time. Like, as long as you're trying your fucking hardest, if you don't do well in something, you're not good at that. And that's fine. We can get tutors. We can try and help you in things. As long as you're fucking trying. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Because I want them to go into the world and really try for the things that they want, instead of just sitting back and going, oh, I suck at this, and just fucking giving up.
Yes, I think giving the most effort, but not to be performance driven, because I was a performance driven child. And even in relationships, I would buy the best gifts just to make him happy, because the gift is the best. I wanted to make the best food. It cost me longer time. I want to make everything perfect. I just want to make sure if the dinner is not perfect, it means that I am a failure. I have to make sure it's perfect. I didn't really enjoy, let's talk, let's relax, let's have a conversation. I don't allow myself to enjoy anything because I don't think I deserve it. It's the self-sabotaging behavior caused by performance-driven parenting.
Well, you also didn't learn that at home.
No, I just, if I don't get A's, I'm a loser. Like, I don't have any value.
Like, I at home didn't learn. My parents were very like pushed hard. My dad especially pushed hard for academics. But then I always tell people, like, we didn't have healthy debates at the dinner table. I didn't learn how to really listen, how to communicate, empathy. Like, I didn't understand how to connect with people that way until I went into therapy on my own. I think people make a mistake sometimes in that. They get so caught up in how well my child seems to be perceived by other people, that they lose track of, like, making sure that they're good fucking people. Like, you're a straight A student. That could still, Kaczynski was sending bombs in the mail, and he was a genius. He decided to go, live in the fucking middle of nowhere in a little house. And so it's like, academic intelligence doesn't necessarily equal good human being.
Yeah, my ex was a genius academically. He just didn't have sympathy. He didn't learn that because
he had no people skills.
Yeah, he's praised for being brilliant at school. Like, I also still admit that he's brilliant at school. He was a genius at school.
Yeah,
he's
that's great.
Engineer. He's brilliant, but
he's brilliant in school. You're brilliant in fucking comedy. Like, everybody
my son
has
can be funny.
Everybody has their stuff.
Happy. It just being happy is what I wish for them the most. I wanted to work so hard. I give them the life that they have the option to choose, to learn different things, live comfortably, be nice human beings, and just be happy.
Travel, meet people,
be
learn
good
about
people.
other cultures,
Yeah.
be open to the world and change and growing with it. Ultimately, that's the best you can do as a parent, is to be able to me, to offer those things.
Yeah, there's a new research about human longevity and health. It said the people who live longest and healthy is that they have meaningful interactions. They have more meaningful interactions with people that's kind, meaningful interactions. So people may ask, oh, so they have the nice long marriage or nice long relationship with their parents? No, it's the little thing when you're getting an Uber, when you don't have your luggage, when you're like, oh, fuck this bullshit. Then you instead like, hey, how's your day? How's it going? And then, you get off and you go to Trader Joe's, and it's actually all the little things with strangers or like
it is, yeah,
boring daily life, because those little drops of your life makes who you are.
I'm a big believer.
I'm so shocked, and it makes me feel so happy about to see that, to understand why we have to always choose to be our better self. It's not for other people to say, oh, Brian Austin Green is so nice set. It's about your heart, who you are, and your well-being before. Because if we don't care about well-being, we can't be a good person to anybody.
No.
Because we are doing it for them to be happy, and it's so difficult.
Yeah,
but it's so good.
I think like the law of attraction is really a powerful tool. And I think people, and people sometimes speak about karma, I think incorrectly also. My feeling on it is, it's not like an eye for an eye thing. It's not like you do something bad and then something bad is, going to happen to you. To me, it's like you're putting an energy out into the universe when you're bad to somebody. Law of attraction. If I all day long am trying to put out a good energy to the universe and a positive one, that's what's going to continue to come back to me. You like-minded people attract each other. And I think it's really important to surround yourself with people that inspire you and just like continually keep you forward thinking and trying new things. Some people enjoy being the biggest person in the room because on some weird level, they feel like that's empowering and, oh, everybody cared that I was there. And it's like, I would rather be the fucking least known person in the room and then try and figure out and become a part of what the other people are. Like bring myself up to people instead of bringing, myself down to everybody else. People don't.
That's the connection to humanize yourself. When you have so much confidence, you don't need to be here so people can have to you wanting people to look up to you, because that's from insecurity, I think.
Right.
That's actually painful to watch. When we see people like that, we don't feel like, oh my God, can I be your friend? I feel like, oh.
Don't get me wrong. I love positive attention.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I love praise from people.
Yeah.
Like I don't, everybody is fucking open to that.
Yeah.
Hearing good things about themselves and all of that and feeling special and pretty and those things. But those aren't going to make my day. It's not like I'm going to have a shitty day until I hear something amazing. I'm going to choose to have a great day anyway. And then if I hear something amazing, then it's just the fucking, the cherry on top of the sundae. It's just like, oh my God, I had a great day. Plus I heard somebody said something so amazing and you really take it to heart.
Yeah.
Because you're not using it for validation. It's just that extra fucking praise and those nice words and those kind things that make you go, oh, yeah, make you feel kind of special and,
yeah,
make you feel good.
As a comedian, I live on people's laughter. That's validation. If I say a joke, people don't laugh, they don't like it. they don't like what I say, they don't like what I think, they don't like who I am, and it's a very personal thing to do. So it's nothing feel like I think the most high I get in life is on stage. I never tried cocaine, but I would never do it because I have addictive personality. But I don't need it.
Comedy is your cocaine.
Yeah, it's my cocaine. I feel so high. The high would last for 24 hours. If it's like a huge one, like the Apollo, it lasts me for like a few days.
Amazing.
Even though
I can't imagine.
I get in Madrid like early morning after my Apollo show, and I get to set in 2 hours, and I was in a good mood. I didn't look like I was dying because I was still high from the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't imagine that. Like, I've done a few sitcoms here and there, and you really feed off of like the audience, their energy, and it feels amazing. I cannot imagine playing a place like the Apollo, full of people and people laughing and like listening to everything you're saying. I'm a big fan of Dave Chappelle.
Great.
And we saw him at the Hollywood Bowl. He was there. It was like a Netflix and Friends thing. And it was the one, he did 2 shows. And the second one, the guy rushed up on stage and his boys beat the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah. Try to stab him.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So I was there the night before, so I didn't see any of the stabbing. But I remember sitting in the bowl at one point when he was going and looking around, and it was packed all the way to the back. I was like, I cannot imagine being one solitary person on this stage and everybody being here to see you. I cannot imagine the rush of that. That feeling has got to be incredible. Incredible. And you're doing that.
Wow.
You're on your way to that's amazing.
I'm working hard every day to get better. To get better and better.
But that's all you can do. Dave has had the longest fucking career.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And he did the same shit. He just fought to fucking get better and better and take more pride in his work and not worry about what other people thought and just be like as true to him as an artist as he could be. And now look at him. I don't think really in life it's until you find those things.
Yeah, that's
that you really find peace in it and you really start to like excel.
Yeah, actually, I would like to ask you to give some advice for actors who move to Los Angeles wanting to have a career in Hollywood as an actor. What is the advice that you would give them?
Fuck. Don't do it unless you love it.
Oh, I love that.
Don't do it unless you love it, because you're going to hear way more no's than you will yeses. Like majority no's. And especially now, there are literally thousands of people auditioning for that one part. So they're only going to cast one fucking person out of thousands of people.
The thousands are the people who already get to good reps.
Yeah.
Who's already kind of good enough to get the audition, get a callback. It's
Absolutely.
not like random 1,000 people. Those thousands already like cherry on the top.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like you have to truly just love acting and go, okay, next. I'm just going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to fucking keep me out of it. I really love doing it. I feel confident in what it is that I do. So I'm just going to show up. I'm just going to keep showing up to auditions because I will book something eventually. And then when I do, hopefully that will lead to more things. And I tell, my son Cassius, he's 21. I have a 21-year-old.
They grow so fast.
Fuck. Do they ever? See, now when I say I'm 50, you're like, oh, okay.
I think he showed me his photo. He's so gorgeous. He's so handsome.
Such a handsome guy.
Big eyelashes.
And he's studying acting and loves it, like is passionate about it. And I always tell him that the impression that he leaves on a set is just as important as how he is as an actor. Like that's when you're a good person on set and you don't treat anybody else like they are doing a job that is lesser than the one that you're doing, and you make sure that there's that team energy and that respect that you share with everyone, people remember that. And sure enough, we did. A friend of mine was producing this film, and Cash ended up being able to come in and do it. And my buddy loved having him, and they've reached out since, and they've been like, "Oh, we have a couple other projects and some other things." And it's work just begets work, and it's
being a good human,
being a good fucking human being,
making people's life better.
People want good human beings around them.
Yeah, they just wanted to have a good experience because being on set is very difficult for everybody.
Right.
You are out of your normal elements.
Let alone this asshole's fucking, he made the day feel twice as long by being a dick.
Yes.
I'm running around getting coffee and fucking do like all the, like I'm a fucking servant. And it's like, and that drives me insane. It's like, that's not anybody else's job. Like if you want a snack, unless you're so fucking busy working that you really cannot get one and somebody else is offering, that's great. Fucking get the snack yourself. Get the shit yourself. You've been doing it your whole fucking life. You know how to walk over to a table and make a coffee? Do it.
Yes, you are an actor. Now you're a star. You used to be an actor. Actor has to do the shittiest shit ever. So
it's just
you
a
used
fucking
to get
job.
coffee. Yeah.
What I do is a job.
Yeah.
I honestly feel that way. Like I thank God I've been blessed to, at 50, have the body of work that I have the resume that I have. I've done the work that I have. But it's the way I fucking make money. It's the way I make money to pay my mortgage and make sure my kids go to a good school.
That's amazing that I also love the advice you give reflects why your career has been so amazing, is because you truly love it. And that's make all the difference, because people also ask me, how do I do comedy? I bought my own club because I knew I need stage time. And I know I love it no matter what. If I don't make it, I'll be okay with it. But I would die trying. I would be 90, I'll be old Asian lady, but you probably don't know.
Still doing stand-up.
I'll still be doing it until I make it. So I'm okay with doing that. But most people are like, oh, I don't do. I have people who are a little known. They want to do like stand-up. They were like, I want to be on your show. I said, sure, but like you have to do open mics. They're like, no, I don't do that. Like I have so much follower. Like I don't do open mic thing. I'm like, don't do stand-up.
Right.
There's
part of it.
People, Sarah Silverman and like Patton Oswalt, they come to do little shows.
They just randomly
in the bar.
Fucking show up just to try new shit.
I'm on the line with them. Like they come. Sarah Silverman would come with her little backpack, with her sweats, and she just come like on a Wednesday night. My mom's like, what? Is she the lady I saw on TV? I'm like, yeah. Well, she's standing there talking to everybody. I'm like, that's the real artist. That's
what you do.
Yeah, she come here to work on her jokes.
Yeah.
And some people like social media. I want to ask you one thing that I really want to ask you, because when you were doing TV and film when you started, it's very different from now, because you guys don't have any social media.
None.
And it's
the internet didn't exist.
And the way when a star is made is TV, film.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So now you can see some TikTok star with 20 million followers. Next thing you know, they have a movie, and next thing you know, they don't know how to act, and then people would buy the first one, but the second one they don't want to watch it because they prefer to watch those people for free on social media. That's the same thing happening with comedy. Some big TikTok star, they want to do comedy. They make so much money on social media, so they don't do the struggle. When you guys starting to you have to audition, you have to train it, you have to be the best in the game, but they just wouldn't go to an open mic. They wouldn't. They
bypass the fucking work that it takes to actually succeed in that field.
I have people who I know who has 30 million followers, can't sell 20 tickets.
It's confusing
when they like their third show, because the first two they sell out. Then
it's a weird fucking time though. The fact that those opportunities are out there now for a kid that just posts funny things, so people go, oh shit, let's give him a shot and put him in a movie. It's like that's a totally different genre and format. create something within the space that he does. I think people make the mistake when they try and cross over. They try and cross like multiple genres. It's like, no, stay in your fucking lane. If you're great online, create something that's still online, that is the brand of what it is you're doing, and somehow make a business, more of a business out of that. Don't try and cross over into acting unless you actually fucking studied it and care about it.
People don't get it.
It's an art form.
It's a craft. It looks easy.
It's like
because
music.
It's hard.
It's like, yeah, it's all.
The easier
being
look,
an
the harder
artist
it
is fucking hard to do. And people spend their lifetime working on their craft, on the thing that they love to do. Some people are just like randomly, lucky for them, just good at things. So God bless them, but it's honestly not that easy. And right now it's so convoluted because all of these people are getting these opportunities to do things that they're really not qualified for.
That's so true.
They're doing, they're doing stand-up and they're selling tickets to things. So it's like, okay, well now I'm going to go do a film and now I'm going to, and it worked.
It's so cringy.
It worked earlier on, like Robin Williams and people like that and Billy Crystal, it worked for them because they wanted to be entertainers their whole lives. So what they were doing stand-up, not just as stand-up. They were like, this is just one part of the whole fucking thing. Like they were all, actors were dancing and they were singing and they were doing all of those things. So it's like, they weren't just randomly, oh, well, I sold some albums, so I'm also going to be in a film, or I'm also going to, they're not crossing between them all.
I'm not going to name names. I've seen a lot of people who are not actors cross into acting because they had fame from previous either rapping, either comedy, either social media. The thing is, like, when there's kind of big opportunity hit them, if me personally, I would take major acting training, like from fucking foundation classes, just like do that and just like get myself ready and do the best I can to do it with the respect I have for that craft. But those people, they don't have it. They feel like, you guys are lucky to have me because I'm famous. They go in there, you can see the acting, you can see when they are acting, their eyes are thinking. It's just cringy for me to watch.
There's some people though that
some people
like
are
really
talented.
Fucking like Lady Gaga
they just have it.
She just like, she is an entertainer. Like she really takes pride in entertaining with fashion, with music, with acting, with like she
knows the body of the work.
Really
she
fucking loves and respects all of it. And it shows in what it is that she does. Yeah.
She invests her soul in everything.
So good.
In everything.
She's so good. But then there are other people like, fuck, Bradley Cooper, that the couple songs that he had with her on When a Star Is Born. Oh. He could have gone off and fucking recorded an album and gotten a record deal if he wanted to. Oh. But he was like, no, I'm an actor. Yeah. Like I did a film where I was singing. But it's not like all of a sudden we're hearing the Bradley Cooper Christmas album. And we're like, it's not, he's not now trying to like sell out arenas and, be a singer and have a band and do the whole thing. It's like, he knows his lane. Like he knows what he truly loves doing. Not saying that he didn't love singing. I don't fucking know. I don't know him. So I wouldn't possibly say that, but you can tell that he loves making movies and he loves directing and he loves being an artist that way. And so whenever he does anything,
he devotes everything.
He puts 110%.
Like the new movie Mastros, he started 6 years in conducting.
Yeah.
And also the fake nose looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, people were like saying like, that's not respectful to the Jewish people with a fake. I'm like, this is art. Like he need to look like that person. He didn't have to be Jewish. He can be anybody, but he is Jewish, and it's just art. Like when we watched the Hours, when Nicole Kidman had the fake nose, she needs to look like Virginia Woolf. It's not. There's nothing about. It's people just. It's so
not
sensitive.
Disrespect to a culture or a race.
People are so sensitive. You can't. I was like, oh my god. Please don't apologize.
This is a tough time for comedy too.
It's so hard.
People are so fucking sensitive.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
hard. I had people walking out on my show in Boston because I was talking about trans people. Even my trans fans were happy. They were like, the trans people there were laughing, having fun. People who are not trans, they were walking out. I'm not like, I couldn't.
They're so fucking sensitive.
Yeah.
It's like, it's what you're there for. It's why they bought tickets to come to your show, to be entertained.
Yes, they know
not to just hear you fucking speak your mind on specific topics. Like you're not up on stage just giving a fucking lecture. Like you are.
I'm not doing a TED Talk.
You're sitting at home and you're fucking workshopping and you're doing, open mics and shit like that, like working on material that makes people laugh.
I have 2 husbands left. Like, I don't care what you think, honey. Like, bye, Stacy. People just don't get it. I want to do something funny.
Okay.
Angelito, can you share this amazing news I heard from Japan with Brian? Because I want to see what he thinks. Because I'm shocked. You are an Asian man. I'm an Asian woman. That's shocking.
This is shocking. Okay, so in Japan, a man with 4 wives and 2 girlfriends is looking for another partner. And
for another wife? Or just another girlfriend?
Another girlfriend.
And then they would date and then promote her into wifey.
He has also not been employed for over 10 years, and the 4 wives and 2 girlfriends support him.
Yeah, you were talking about this before. He's got to have something.
Angelito, what does he have?
Really fucking working for him. Is he like an extremely handsome guy? Is
No,
he like
he's not
the
handsome.
Asian like Brad Pitt? Is he like...
But the girl's saying that he's very charming, but not like handsome. I see his photo.
Pete Davidson is very charming. I mean...
He is?
Because that dude literally dates like the top of the list, it seems.
So what is the secret?
I'm not sure, but
I heard
does he like design handbags or something? Like what is why?
Oh,
he wants to break the record of having 54 children.
Oh my God.
How many does he have?
I think he has 53 right now.
No.
You're kidding.
No.
No?
He has
Is that wrong?
53.
I think he has like a 6 now.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Or
Brian,
53. 6, 53.
he wants to break the record
so close.
of you. Oh my God, how ambitious. Brian, I want to ask you.
Wait, hold on a second. Nick Cannon has more kids than I do.
He does.
Like I have 5.
That's great. So your New Year resolution is to, other than not having another kid, what's your New Year's resolution?
Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. My New Year's, I don't really do New Year's resolutions, to be honest.
You live such a healthy life.
I just think you're setting yourself up for failure. Like you're putting too much pressure on shit. Make a choice before fucking New Year's and go, okay, I'm going to like work on this.
Yeah.
New Year's resolution to me should be like little things.
Yeah, because
like,
you
I
become
want
a
to
different
start.
person.
I want to start like, when I'm backing up my car or I'm parallel parking, I want to start driving slower. I don't want to speed so much.
Yeah, I can't stop being Asian. I'm not gonna.
Right. Yeah. You don't don't set the fucking bar too high because you're setting yourself up for failure.
Too much. I like that though. It's too much pressure because you some people I want to become
rich this year.
Yeah.
It's like
I wanted to find a man. I wanted to.
Why don't you make that your every year resolution?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah. So also Japanese guy actually he would marry the first wife. And when he got a second one, he divorced from the first one, and he married the second one. So they are all used to be legally married to him, and he's gonna take turn to the newest wife.
You said they're all friends, though.
They are all friends. They live in the same house. They take care of each other's children, and they never argue. They take turns. There's a car, and they would pull to find out who is lucky enough to fuck him that night.
That's like that show, Sister Wives.
Yes, and this Japanese guy is
like a guy that has multiple wives and like houses, but sort of like a compound. Like
this guy has to pay for the sister wives, right? Because the sister wives in Japan pays for that guy. They go to work and they work full time.
Genius.
He doesn't have a job.
He's gotta. There've got to be.
He's a pussy whisperer. I think he knows how to say things.
Got to be numerous people that look up to him and are like, "Bro, I want what you've got."
His secret is the pixelated dick, the Japanese dick.
You said this before.
Right? You see the Japanese porn, you don't see it.
Wait, so is that
It's
what you
pixelated.
call a Japanese penis, a pixelated penis because it's small?
It's not small ish. It's the porn in
Not
Japanese.
small. Yeah. Oh, because they
Japanese
pixelate
porn.
everything.
Yeah, because it's a secret of the Toyota success. I don't know what it is.
Why?
It's porn.
That actually has never made any sense to me. Like, okay, it's
if
porn.
It's a porn, you already put the dick in the pussy.
It's fucking porn. What do you mean you're gonna Why are you gonna pixelate for? Like, this is why people are watching this.
It's just like why, Angelita, why they would.
I think it's just considered indecent.
They already did the fucking. Like,
compared to having sex on camera, that's not the indecent part. Seeing the sex is the indecent part.
I think so.
Seeing the actual penetration.
Yeah.
That is stupid.
Also, before we wrap this, I want to tell you another thing is that I was kidding with you. I never fake orgasm in bed. I just show the guys how disappointed I am. I just have the face. I was like, so he's like, did you come? I'll be like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Did you just
Did you hear me come?
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Did you feel me come?
Yeah, like why would you ask me this? Like, what do you mean?
Right. I've been asleep for the past half an hour. Of course I didn't come.
Yes, and not because I'm Asian, because you suck. My eyes were not open. Like, I'm just like, I just don't, I feel like if you failed me, why would I lie to your, why would I do an acting job? Like, oh my God, yes, why would I do that?
How long have you been single now?
Holy shit, I've been single for like almost a year and I've been celibate.
The entire year?
Yes.
So you've been watching a lot of pixelated porn then?
No, I would see. I don't watch.
You don't watch the pixelated.
I want
stuff.
the real dick. I want to see the dick. I want to like. I only watch multiple. Like I only watch gangbang. I only watch things I can't do.
Okay.
Why would I watch two person having boring sex when I can do that? I want to watch things like I wanted to watch Angela White take 8 dicks. Her mouth, like her hands, and the 3 holes. I mean, how many holes? Yeah, I want 2 dicks in that. Like I want to see that. Like it's like watching an action film. You know, I want to see the car blow up in the sky. Like I want to see things I can't do. Why would I watch boring?
This isn't a family show.
One-on-one sex. Like why would I watch that? I'm wasting my 20 minutes precious time.
Okay.
I want to watch something that.
But do you need 6 dicks to feel better about that precious time?
Yes, I want to see different dicks so I can give them nicknames, and I want to see which one is gonna come first, which one is gonna be slow, and which one is gonna be soft, but it's hard later. I can
And then you can like place little side bets, almost like craps. Like, oh, that guy's gonna come first. I can tell just by looking.
I play game, and I also have problem with touching myself. I don't touch myself. I don't play toys because I was traumatized by my mom. Dr. Drew is trying to find out what's wrong with me. We're gonna talk about it. So
I'm on the podcast.
Yeah, I was on his podcast last week, but he's gonna come on to find out why I cannot play with toys. I remember when I was 13 years old, my period came. My mom said, "Oh, don't touch yourself." I said, "Why?" She said, "You're gonna get uglier." I said, "Wait a minute. You told me it's not possible for me to get uglier." She goes, "Everything's possible." So I just was afraid if I touch myself, I get more ugly, and it just become. I don't know. Like I don't feel turned on.
Okay, your mom knows now that was a terrible misstep.
Yeah, so I can't touch myself. So I only
But she understands the mistake that she made.
Yes? I don't think she understands.
No?
She just thinks like she's like, well, you don't have a dick. It's your fault. You know, you can play with it if you had it, but you are a girl, so shame on you. So I just couldn't do it. I tried many times, and I start laughing.
Really?
I'm like, that's not. I don't feel anything.
You should work that into your act. If it makes you laugh, imagine the laughs it's going to get from.
Yeah, I'm just like, I want the real dick. You know, like
you should just try touching yourself at some point during your shows.
Yeah, I'm just like
just to laugh about it. Yeah, and then everybody else.
I couldn't do it. I'm just like, why would I? There's so many dicks in the world. Why would I have to touch myself? Like, why would I be the person who don't even have a real dick? It's like if you like meat, don't have a Beyond Burger. Have the real thing. Like if you like, why would you do that? It's different. It's very different.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. So I can't do it. But it makes the real sex better. Okay. If you don't touch yourself. I heard if you don't touch yourself,
it makes you more sensitive.
Creative too.
Right.
Like your creativity goes to your art.
Sure.
And then when I'm fucking,
I mean, it's been a year for you. So that's, there's something.
Yeah, I'm a virgin again. So I'm going to choke some
exactly.
dick. What I'm saying is like, it's crazy. But I try to think of the good things about it. Like, okay, so I just don't understand if can have the real thing. There's so many men. It's not like all men died. Now we have plastic rubber dick.
I think that is so you don't necessarily have to dip into the pool of just all of the men that exist to.
I also come on stage
to please yourself.
So whenever I have a good side, I don't come, but
Right.
mentally I come.
Mentally, you come.
So I don't feel like.
So you've been able to separate the two.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
Anyways,
fantastic.
that's really.
Let's end this on the note of you coming in your brain.
Yes, I come in my brain. Yes, it's a lot of water in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I just also, by the way, one I want to ask you from a man. Do you think squirting is real?
What do you mean real?
I think it's pee. Like I don't. I'm bitter because I can't squirt. So I want to talk shit about those people because they can do things I can't do.
Could be. You could be onto something, or you could be way off. I have no idea.
Do you like ladies squirting?
No, personally, no. Not really been a thing that I'm into. No.
I only seen it in porn, and I just feel like girls who can't hold their pee, they pee and they say they can squirt until they can be better than us. I think they are smart. I give them credit.
They can be better than us?
Because I can't squirt, so the men are like, oh, women who can squirt is like extra talent. I'm just like, they're just peeing on you, honey. Like, that's all.
So then why don't you just start
peeing on people?
And then you'll feel better. You'll feel more superior sexually.
Maybe I should just say I'm squirting and just see their face.
And just start fucking peeing on everything.
Yeah, I'm squirting. I'm just stop peeing. Like a dog, like.
Imagine if you were like, I squirt, and you just started like lifting your leg and just peeing on everything.
Yeah, I'm going to walk to the corner
in somebody's
of the bed.
place.
I'm like, I'm squirting.
This is mine.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
I feel amazing.
Yeah, it starts just
and
like
mark
lift
the
my
bed.
leg and mark the territory. Yeah, they are peeing. I'm just saying, like, there's nothing that special. Yeah, just saying. I'm so happy. Where can we find you?
Here.
Social media?
So I'm on Instagram.
Yeah.
Under my name. On my podcast. Do you ever listen to my podcast? You should.
I watched a few clips. It's so good. I would love to get on your podcast. We should do the play dates with the children. Because my mom, she's super nice in front of other people. Like, you wouldn't know.
So she'll be on her best behaviors. Right?
No, she's the best. You would be like, I think you would pick her over me because you're like, I think she's a cooler one.
Okay.
She loves kids.
Okay.
It's her second chance to
I'll
actually.
totally come by your place with the kids.
We can make some food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
I'm totally down for that.
Thank you
so
so much.
Oldish is the podcast. Come
Oldish.
on. It's like, we have fun, but like we get fucking serious quick with people too. Like,
that's
we
so
really
important.
Get in. It's
You
super
get
important. And that's just what our lane is. I think that's, our brains work that way.
You are doing social service because you are at the point that you want to give back, and you know you are a father, you know what is the best to give to young people. They need to
I'm trying.
have a
if I
healthy
can give
mindset.
any advice to anybody.
I love that
try.
advice you give to the actors.
Thank you.
That is gold. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
for having me
generous
here.
time you give us. You're going to have so much more Asian fans now.
I love you. You're so cool.
I love you. You are amazing.
Yeah, you're a really cool person.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Brian
you.
means I'm not soft in Chinese.
Oh, really?
That's why you have 5 kids.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it seems to be working.
Yes, it's working. Yeah. He's like flashing.
We're getting the wrap up.
Yeah. We are wrapping up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Find Brian and watch all of his projects and go check out Oldish, the podcast.
Oldish. Yeah.
Oldish, the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.